One time I actually got to tell Sam Brownback that to his
Oh
face. It was really
gosh.
cool. It was cool. It was like I just one of those little magical things that happen in life. I was at an event with him and he was with his family. It's totally unrelated to politics. He had this little bucket hat on. We were outdoors. I don't think he knew that I knew who he was. And we were in Arkansas. It was an event in Arkansas. So out and
Oh
this was during the first Trump era
man.
or
It's just the universe
administration.
was like, "Mm."
It was. And I waited till the very end when everybody's filtering out and it was just he and I. And I got to tell him what a disappointment he was. And that he is also, by the way, a Catholic. And I got to ask him if he thought the Pope agreed with denying people health care by limiting Medicaid. And he said, there are several opinions. You don't know what the and I'm like, I know what teaching says. And yeah, it's a disappointment. And he just got super awkward. It was so great. I live for making people like that have an awkward moment.
Yeah, I don't do it intentionally.
Oh, I
Like
did it intentionally.
I haven't. I do it, but I don't necessarily do it intentionally. It just, if I was just out and I saw Brownback during that time, I don't, you know what I mean? I just would have said stuff to him. I wouldn't have really put a lot of thought into it, which is not always the best way to go either. And it's why I am not running for an office because I don't want to give up my ability to do that. I want to say what I want to say when I want to say it. And so I know when you run for a candidate, you can't just do that anymore. I'm already limited as it is with the work I do. But yeah, I don't know what I would have said if I saw a brown.
It was great. There's been a couple of times in life I've gotten a little sweet little moment like that. Not too long ago on this campaign, I was in the room with the NAACP and at an event, they were having a candidate forum, really all candidates, really cool, open forum. And Chris Kobach is in the back of the room. And I got to give my stump speech in front of Chris Kobach talking about abolishing ICE and how it's an abuse of our civil rights. And he had to stand there and take it and be quiet. And it felt very good to say abolish ICE and end ICE, and here's how we're going to do it in front of Chris Kobach. So
The
he was
close, sorry, go ahead.
enabled that so much in our state.
The closest I've gotten to being able to say anything to anybody, he was just walking too fast. And by the time I realized it was him, I was at the Capitol and it was Pat Proctor walked by. But I was like, by the time I fully recognized it, it was so busy. There were so many people around and he just disappeared into people.
He's
And
easy to miss.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He walks fast for such a little age.
He goes pretty fast. Yeah.
He was like, he looked like he was on a mission to go somewhere. But yeah, I think that I don't immediately respect somebody just because of, especially a job or a
Yes.
label that they've chosen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you still have to earn it. I don't care. I just don't immediately have respect for anyone. I don't necessarily disrespect everybody, but everybody comes
Sure.
neutral. And then, but I'm not immediately, just because you have some label behind your name, I'm not immediately going to have, yes, sir, no, sir, stuff.